This is my 1950 Pontiac Silver Streak.
Where did you get this?
I found it actually in a warehouse tucked away in Madison, Ohio, about 30 miles east of me where I am at in Chardon.
And it looked just like this when you found it, right?
Oh, no. It was covered in a thick layer of dust, stuck in a climate-controlled warehouse, and hadn't been on the road in years.
How'd you find it?
Actually, my wife found it online. Somebody was advertising it, and the pictures that we had saw, it was pretty much the way it looks now. Nice and shiny and just had a nice look to it, and we got there, covered in that layer of dust. And
wasn't the same thing?
Was not the same car, no. I even asked the guy, I said, I thought you said this was a running driving car. And he goes, oh, it was a running driving car when I parked it.
So what did it take to get it running?
Just spraying some ether down in the carburetor just to get it to fire up. And once we got it fired up and pulled it out of the garage, it saw its first little bit of sunlight in a while. Drove it right down the road, dust flying off of it like it had never missed a beat, like it was never off the road.
So why this car? Were you looking for this particular, or were you just looking for an old car?
I mean, I knew I was looking for I'm a total kind of greaser, 40s, 50s kind of hot rod guy, so I knew I was looking for something GM that was four-door so I can have the kids in it. You could tell it's a GM, it's just the same body style, but the waterfall grille and all the extra chrome, and it's like, oh wow, it's a Pontiac. And you just do not see a lot of Pontiacs on the road anymore, especially like the 50 style Pontiacs.
I'm glad you brought up the grille because it is gorgeous. It looks, it's so clean and almost welcoming to the car, you know what I mean?
And the Indian Chief still lights up too, so
really?
That still works.
This car, you trailer it everywhere you go. You don't drive this.
Oh,
right?
Of course. I never drive at all. No, it's a daily driver for me, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's a daily driver. Drive it everywhere, man. Car
daily
show,
errands?
Run errands, going to school in it for becoming a barber. You name it. Anywhere that I can, anywhere that I can get it out at.
Really?
Any chance I can get.
Gallon of milk?
Absolutely. Gallon of milk, do some groceries, pick kids up from school, embarrass them in it.
Oh, there's no embarrassing. They might be embarrassed now, but later they will be extremely proud they rode in this car.
Yeah, I would hope so.
So as a young guy, when you go to car shows, you bring this out, what's the reaction you get from the old timers?
Yeah, and that's the one thing that gets appreciated on it a lot is the fact that I'm a younger guy that does it. I like spending a lot of time with these guys because I really pick their brains and try to get as much information out of them as I can, because it's a breed that's like, once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
You got to talk to these guys hand in hand. If I ever run into a Pontiac guy anywhere at a show, it's like, even if it's like the same exact car, it's like, let me just sit down and talk to you for 15 minutes because I just want to know everything that I can find out about you. So if I ever have an issue on this thing, I might be able to, backlog something.
So we live in an era of everybody loves big back ends. You have a big back end on this car.
And it's been lowered 3 inches too.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
So
Kardashian style. I like it.
I wanted to lower the car to kind of give it a hot rod look, and so I slammed the back end on it 3 inches, and I thought about dropping the front until I showed it to my 83-year-old grandfather. My grandfather is an old greaser from back in the 50s, and when he saw the back end lowered in this thing, he absolutely loved it. He was talking about all the cars that he did that to back in the day when he was my age, and was just ecstatic that I actually just, thought it to make it like that 50 style tail dragger. So at this point, the front end is staying stock. It's not getting lowered because it's got my 83-year-old grandfather's approval.
And where did the hula girl come from?
Kmart.
Even better.
Yeah, Kmart.
Well, if you missed all the cars out here at Manry Park in Willowick, Ohio, don't worry about it. It's only the second year they're doing it, and it's only getting bigger. Thanks to everybody who came out to the show, put it on, and to you for tuning in. I'm Will Burge saying so long from Cruise In.